Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with more of our F1 2021 backwards laps. Yesterday we're here back for episode 2. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live last week where we went to Jeddah and then of course Monaco, I would highly recommend going back and checking them out. You know, we sort of explained the theme behind this series. Now, something a little bit more fun, a little bit more casual here on F1 2021. But of course, thank you as always for all the continued support. We're nearing in now on 36,000 subscribers, so if you could help me get one step closer, it would be massively appreciated. Like I keep saying, aiming for 50k by the end of 2022. So yeah, if you could help me get one step closer, thank you very much. But today, though, of course, the first video, like I said, we went and raced around some street circuits backwards, so I thought we'd change it up today and head to some different circuits. So we're going to be testing out Portimao. I thought this one's going to be very exciting because, of course, yeah, you know, a lot of undulation changing and everything like that. The elevation around this place is absolutely wild. And then I thought, really, you know, you can't really do this series without going to Spa at some point early on as well. The Rouge in reverse is going to be very exciting indeed. Of course, timestamps will be linked down below. But yeah, let's dive in then here to Portimao backwards. Right, well, here we are then, coming in towards what is normally the first corner then of Portimao. A very difficult apex to spot there, as it's right at the bottom of that little crest. But I think this track is going to be one of the wildest we're going to get to do here on F1 2021. You know, where we've never sort of raced around Portimao before, of course, the first Code is F1 game that it's featured in. It's going to be a very interesting track as well. They're running a little bit wide through what is effectively now turn 1. They're at really long apex in towards turn 2 there. That one just never seems to arrive. Through another hairpin. Oh, got to be very careful of the understeer. And then back down the hill. We'll just want to try and keep it over on the right-hand side, or tipping it in and just absolutely guessing there through the next couple of corners then as you head back down the hill through what is now a right-hand kink here. Up the other side, get back over to the right-hand side of the circuit, but just as the track falls away from you, you want to be getting on the brakes once more there. This track, I mean, is pretty brilliant the other way around, but of course, yeah, this way is just even more just trying to be committed and brave when there are so many blind apexes around this lap, in towards what is now the second DRS zone of the lap. This next corner I'm going to be very intrigued to see how we fare. Of course, track just falls away from you. Actually didn't too badly there as you try and get it back over to the right-hand side there. Final hairpin of the lap, the penultimate corner, very much a nothing kind of corner still, and then through the final turn, 5th gear there, if you're brave, run back up towards the line, and there we go then. A lap of Portimao in reverse. This one is, yeah, certainly a rather wild roller coaster. Turn 1 though, very good fun. Just got to make sure you keep it over because again the track really just tightens up. You know, you can tell this track, you know, a proper FIA circuit, very much designed to go the other way. Portimao is a really odd track in that sense of it feels like an old school circuit, but it just isn't. I think this thing was developed 2009, I want to say, because of course GP2 raced here a couple of times very early on. It might have been 2008 it was finished, but yeah, either 2008 or 2009 this track was finished there. And yeah, it's certainly a bit of a different one. I think, to be honest, there you probably do want to brake just at the curbing. You find that around a lot of the older circuits, of course, where they're designed a bit more to run either way for support series and things like that. But yeah, you don't want to do that though. I was kind of just casually talking as we went for a spin there, but yeah, this track kind of works this way around, though I think it would certainly be rather interesting to race around here the wrong way. You got a few still very difficult corners, but I mean, this place is such a challenge the right way round. This just adds that extra element, as yeah, this corner is actually really difficult to try and get the car positioned in the right place. So I'd love to see how Formula 1 drivers would attack that, but through the final corner, actually seem to be getting what is now the final corner, what is old turn 1, pretty nailed pretty quickly there. Yeah, let's just sort of get our head down then, and I'm going to try and focus and give you guys a proper lap here at Portimao. I don't know why that corner's suddenly become so difficult this way round, but it is definitely a challenge through what is normally, what, about turn 7, I want to say, roughly, on the lap. Yeah, that one is, I think it's where obviously you're going through the decompression and back up the other side. You know, it's a quick flick the other way, but there's a lot of runoff this time round, though. Of course, no room for error, as yeah, that is not the line on the exit the hairpin either. I always think's fascinating as well, of course, is the fact you have got some of the darker tyre marks around certain areas of the lap. I think a lot of people would just guess that you race the same line both ways, but you really do use some different lines going the wrong way around here. That line, though, I don't think I'd recommend. That was one of the biggest crashes I think about on F1 2021. That was rather high speed. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, you're not going to repeat that in your backwards track F1 2021 league. There's probably one out there that exists, rather oddly. At the final corner then, that is going to be a pretty hooked up lap of Portimao, if I do say so myself. Some of you guys have been asking for the times that obviously we're going to set on these laps, so I'm going to feature it now. I'm going to dub it in obviously in the edit. It was a 1:17.8. Hopefully I'm not going to butcher that one. But yeah, there we go. Then Portimao is definitely another track that I would highly recommend taking out for a spin. Like I said, I think what a lot of people don't realise is that's really, I've accidentally parked somewhere really picturesque on this circuit as well there, but a lot of people don't realise, you know, the attention to detail that Codemasters put into all these tracks as well. This is why they take so long to develop and implement into the games there, and you just get a bit more of that as you go the wrong way around. You know, you sort of see little bits that you wouldn't normally see, like this fantastic view. Let's, however, head to Belgium. Right, well here we are breaking into La Source then for what might be one of the wildest laps you see on F1 2021. I'll be honest, I've raced around Belgium backwards before on previous F1 games. That tyre wall immediately is going to be a bit of a problem there, as you just see all the bumps through the bus. Well, it's no longer the bus stop chicane, of course, but yeah, I roughly know some of what I should expect as we head around this circuit. But of course, yeah, the age-old question, is Rouge flat out backwards? That is the one that we're all going to want to know there. Blanchimont, of course, is pretty easy. Stavolo is now a really exciting couple of corners there, because you can flick it in through the first, or you can do what I've done there and dip a wheel in the gravel on the first. Then, of course, you've got to slow it down through the second. Now, of course, you're winding back up the hill through the Fagnes chicane. Then nicely avoid the curbing of both the entry and the exit there, and now you head up in towards Pouon, which, again, is one of the biggest challenges of the lap. You know, first part really easy. It's this bit you got to go down a gear, flick it in there again, avoid the curbs. You want to avoid those curbs either way around on F1 2021. Don't take the F1 Esports line as you head through No Name and then up in towards Malmedy. Weirdly, not as much of a challenge as normal, because of course the track's fighting against you, so you don't really sort of lose the front wheels as much with understeer or anything like that. Up in towards the chicane though, at the top of Lake Com, and then roll on the power as you head out onto the Kemmel Straight. Will Rouge be possible backwards on F1 2021? Let's hold our breath, let's try and keep it committed, let's find out. Yes, yeah, really easily. The Red Bull didn't even wince there as we went through. This, of course, is being done on equal car performance there, so yeah, pretty much any car can hack Rouge reverse on F1 2021, so at least that's been answered then, I suppose. But yeah, this is, again, another really good fun track to be doing this around, mainly because of sort of the elevation change. You know, I'd love to see a racing series take on some of Spa backwards. I think it was all the way back on Race Driver Grid or Grid 2, where you did actually have to do some races backwards around Spa as well, and it's just never really sort of been a thing that's come back to a game as well there. Let's see if we can try and get Stavolo actually hooked up this time. You can see they're down 2 gears on the way and probably only need the 1 if you're brave, and then down in towards 4th or 3rd gear through the second part. That corner, yeah, is a very unique and exciting challenge this way around there. I'm trying to think sort of what corners it's like heading through there. It's a bit like, I suppose, one of the corners at Imola. Of course, it's 2 flicks the right way, but yeah, sometimes obviously in Imola, you know, you've got to sort of flick it in through the first part and then slow it down for the second around a lot of the chicanes there, and I guess that's probably what it's like. I'm probably forgetting some more, way more iconic corners that are a much more accurate depiction. But yeah, you've got to be careful of that bump though on the exit of Malmedy as you head up the hill. Again, don't really think you can attack the curbs through here anyway on F1 2021, but yeah, steady on, Matt, steady on. And then yeah, back obviously down the Kemmel Straight there means you're allowed to build up a little bit more speed, well over 200 miles an hour in the Red Bull as you head in towards Rouge. And yeah, this I don't think is going to be a thing that gets old anytime soon. They attack the curbs all the way through, completely pinned, and that is beautiful. Let's try and see then if we can hook up a lap then around Spa. So far, I haven't really had any issues around here, but like I said, I've done this track before. This is not my first rodeo. It is on F1 2021, but not in the past. And out of the final corner then, that again is going to be a lap of Spa-Francorchamps there. Really, yeah, I was rather surprised how quickly I was able to hook this one up. But like I said, yeah, very happy that Rouge is still completely pinned now. I think Pouon is pretty much flat out as well, obviously because you've got all the elevation going against you. So Pouon, yeah, might be F1 2017 style flat out once more there. But yeah, that has been 2 really good fun tracks to take out for this little experiment here today. If you have enjoyed, as always, do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed. Let me know down in the comments below where you guys would like to see me go next. I saw a comment from one of you guys as well last week. We will definitely be heading to Baku in next week's video. So yeah, let me know the other track that you want to see in that one. I'm thinking maybe Imola, maybe somewhere else. You know, we've already done 2 of the new tracks in F1 2021. Perhaps I'll have to go somewhere different. Maybe we'll have to do a throwback episode at some point and go to Vietnam on F1 2020. But yeah, thank you all so much as always for the continued support. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, with our Oscar Piastri F2 career mode as well. But yeah, that'll do us for this one though, and I will see you all for more Formula 1 content. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.